What's going on, true believers? The experts are saying that we're now in ETH season. That's phase 2. Solana is expected to do some consolidation, and today we're going to look in at BishuFi. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
All right, guys, CoinGecko has us trading at $2.84 trillion on a volume of $174.5 billion in the 24-hour window. That's down 1.1% to the previous day. The volume is very low compared to the previous 2 days, and Tether has started to pick up way more volume. That's a lot of movement going on into Tether, which is concerning. That's only up by $1 billion, so people are not leaving their money there, but they're moving it around quite a bit, looking for that next play, trying to get in where they fit in. We didn't have that parabolic move on Tuesday for Bitcoin, so that's probably on hold at least for a few more days. Ethereum, on the other hand, continues to outperform, and are we going to experience a flippening? Because Bitcoin's at 1.163 trillion, Ethereum is at 535 billion, and one has the momentum and one doesn't, and that one's Ethereum. It looks like there's a floor right now, ceiling, I guess. There's a ceiling right now of about 63,000 for Bitcoin. It needs a big push in order to break out, and it hasn't broken out yet. And Solana has done so well the last few days that we're looking at a little consolidation period. But look at the blockchains that are going around right now. Other than Cardano, which is Solana's up 31.2%, XRP's up 20%, Polkadot's up 30.4%, Terra is up 17%, Avalanche is 24.5%. As you look down the line, when you see a blockchain, you will see a good profit. So people are looking at the blockchains, and what else are they looking at? NFTs. Axie Infinity's up 26.7% again on the week. As you go down the list, you're going to start to find things like Tron. I can't believe the graph is up 11%. Ugh. Mana is up 267%. AMP is up 63.6%. I know that's not NFT related, but I'm a fan of AMP, so any staking mechanism like that is awesome with me. Engine is up 48% on the week. There's a lot going on. And the big one, the Sandbox, 287.7%. So there's a lot of money moving around. NFTs are the future. Somebody said yesterday, and I saw it, that this market is like if you were in Bitcoin in 2013. That's what is happening in the NFT verse right now. So when this bull market cycle ends, all of the money is going to the NFT market. So make sure you got a bag packed. Moving on. All right, true believers, today we are going to tackle the curious case of BishuFi. For those of you who don't know, BishuFi, previously Bishu, which was Black Bishu, has moved over, created a new token so that they've got a little bit more flexibility, like many tokens are doing right now, and they've rebranded themselves as BishuFi. And today they are trading at 2067, which is down 38% to the previous day, and they ran a high of 15,330. So that's about an 8x move just in the last couple of days. So the question is, what is going on in the Bishuverse? And let's dive in. First things first, we're going to go over what BishuFi plans to do right now. Their vision is to bring DeFi to the masses via BishuFi. The main selling point is their tokenomics. The tokenomics create an all-in-one DeFi token, make DeFi as simple as just hodling. And that's it. It's just that simple. They're trying to make it very easy. The token was designed to mirror an automated form of staking. WRA, this is called a wealth redistribution algorithm. Deposit fee, or 5% buy tax, is a replication of a deposit fee, with 2% going to the hodlers, 2.5% to the community treasury, and 0.5% to burning, creating a deflationary event. Withdrawal and performance fees. First tax on sales replicates the withdrawal performance fees charged upon leaving a stake. There is a harvest lockup, and there is an anti-volatility mechanism that's built into it, which we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. The price impact protection limit each holders to up to 4 sales a day with increasing cooldown periods each time. This is an automated form of harvest lockup, further fortifying by creating a price impact protection of 2.9% to prevent whales from dumping and price manipulating. Leaving a stake early, the increasing tax on sales performed within a day embodies the penalty for leaving a stake early. It makes the token a pure DeFi asset in all its forms and allows for a diverse form of game theory invested. Now, in order to push Bishu to the moon, they are giving away a Porsche when the product hits a $250 million market cap, and there will be a $150,000 giveaway, $50,000 at a $50 million market cap, and $100,000 at a $100 million market cap. Reflections could pay your bills at higher market cap and more volume. And that's just somebody who's telling you that you're going to have a lot of profit if you just relax and hodl. So, now let's take a quick look at what if someone sells BishuFi. On the first sell, there's a 6% tax with a 1-hour cooldown, and 3% of the redistribution goes to all hodlers. On the second sell, there's a 9% tax and a 2-hour cooldown, with 6% going back to the hodlers. The third sell would create 20% on a 6-hour cooldown, and 17% going to the Bishu hodlers. And then a fourth sell would lead to a 27% tax, a 24-hour cooldown, and a 24% reflection back to the Bishu hodlers. Remembering that 3% is always inclusive of 2% going to the marketing wallet, 0.5 to the charity, and 0.5 to the burn address. For those of you that don't know, Bishu is involved in a race with Shiba Inu to get to 1 penny. Bishu, in fact, only needs 6,400x in order to get to 1 penny, while SHIB would currently need to do 90,625x just to get to 1 penny. There's a reduced volume and there's a constant burn on Bishu, so you can rest assured that they are going to get there first. Now, there's a couple things that anybody is looking for when they're getting into a new token, and Bishu has exactly what it is that you're looking for. There's a reflection of 2% up to 24% based on those unfaithful hoes selling. There's an anti-volatility protection system preventing the price dumping, which goes into what I'm talking about here with the reflections, to prevent people from buying and selling repeatedly, to create an environment that's safe for long-term hodlers. And I think that's important to a lot of community members. The liquidity is locked and the tokens are burnt forever. 100% of the supply is in circulation. There is no team allocation, and 0.5% of every transaction is burned. And I don't think that you could ask for much better of a marketing setup than something like this right now. All right, so now let's check out the website and let's see what Bishu and Luna are doing. What is BishuFi? BishuFi is a community-governed DeFi token that serves as the epicenter for a universe of financial protocols. Governance-driven and deflationary, Bishu Finance also serves as its own interest-bearing investment vehicle for its holders, whilst donating to the less privileged and underserved. As an instant distribution, for every transaction of Bishu's network, buy or sell, 5 to 27% of the transaction is distributed. 2 to 24% goes to existing hodlers to earn BishuFi just for holding them in your bag. The remaining 3% goes to Bishu, 2% to the marketing wallet, 0.5 to the charity, and 0.5 to the burn. A sophisticated seek and destroy anti-volatility private protection system that dramatically impacts whale dumping. Please refer to the white paper for an in-depth analysis. But we went over that before, so we're not going to check the white paper for that. You get a sell every few hours. The first time you're going to get a 3% additional tax. The second time you're going to get 6, 9, and up to 24. So you already know what that is. I'm BishuFi, and this is the backstory, a cryptoverse explorer. I come from a planet near the stars known to you as Molefine or Gamma Canis Majors, which forms part of the Sirius constellation. It's known by your species as the Dog Star. I've traveled 402.17 light years through space, and I'm going to check that, by the way, because I am a space nerd. I started my trip from my planet in order to help every inhabitant of the whole universe. At first, I didn't notice the Earth, but technical issues from my space rocket caused me to land here. I need your help to repair my rocket and launch it again into space to achieve my destiny. In return for your kindness, I bestow upon you special gifts. My people and I are born with special power, also known as our artifact of influence. It's a very essence of our being. We've embedded it within a cryptographic code. It also goes by the name of a token. I have forged 1 trillion of these and imbued them with my power. I call them BishuFi. These magic tokens I will share with you will grant you great knowledge, wealth, and insurmountable power. However, their true power can be harnessed only by the intention and effort to do good, which is the organization point of my essence and my reason for existing. Join me in my mission to restore balance to the universe. Every purchase of BishuFi helps to rebuild my spacecraft and return me to my galaxy, but you will also be able to help other life forms as part of all BishuFi purchases will be donated to charities. I help you, you help me, and we change the fate of the universe. Return me to my place beyond the stars, and I will take you to heights you've never imagined achievable. Our mission awaits. And are you shitting me? That is awesome. There are not very many sites. And for those of you who've been following me for any length of time, you know we've been through quite a few sites, and none of those sites ever have anything as in-depth and detailed as what this is. So that is actually very cool, very awesome. How to buy BishuFi, that's not complicated, guys. If you're in this market, you go to Uniswap and you make the transaction. You use Ethereum to pay for it. That's the way that it works. If you need to know more, go to bishu.fi and learn yourself a little something. They will take you through the process. The white paper can also be read here. Then we have our roadmap right here. They are looking for 5,000 holders, DeFi Pulse listing, CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap community engagement incentives, a rebrand, DeFi yield farming platform, a UI redesign, 10,000 users in the Telegram community, and an updated white paper. Then we move on to further. It's a basic 4-step phase that most of us are going through. The next step is 20,000 holders, a multi-swap, a marketing campaign, NFTs, exchange listings. So it's pretty standard. This is exactly what we're all looking for. A Bishu game is coming, USD stablecoin, a merch card, and credit card. So yeah, that's exactly what most of us in this space are looking to do. So this is a pretty good product. All right, guys, BishuFi has a lot going for it. Down 39% today at 2033 because there are, and I kid you not, I know that a lot of you follow with me and a lot of you agree with me when I say this, but it is impressive to me how juvenile a group of people can get just when they get into one of these chats. Like I'm never stunned anymore, but I'm always just boggled a little bit. What's happening right now is there is a group of people who are fudding, which there's always people that are fudding. If I go through this market and I look at Floki was up pretty well. Saitama is moving along. It seems to be doing pretty well, but Kishu is down. Isla Inu's down. Sanshu's down. Starl was up to about 56, but is down to 44 right now. The market is doing a quick correction before that next leg up. So that means to me, if I'm looking at it, that BishuFi is probably going to take off again. There's a consolidation period that every token goes through. Like it may go through this little consolidation period right here. It might also just pump itself right back up. And if it does, guys, for you, that's an immediate 6-7x. If you don't need an extra 7 times on your gains, okay, congratulations on your financial success. But if you do, then a product like this that is going through just a simple correction is probably the exact thing that you need. And going through the history here, let's go back. What do we see here? We see a nice bump here. Where did it go? Went all the way back down. What do we see on the next one? We see a big lift up here, and it goes all the way back down. And we see it over and over again, and you notice that every single time that it does this, it settles just a little bit higher. So what happened? Guys, you're looking at a market. This is not complicated. It's not rocket science. You're looking at a crypto market, and where is the bottom? The bottom is over here. Where's the bottom now? The bottom is right here. What does that mean? It means that they're improving. If you can't handle some waves, you are in the wrong. Get out of crypto now. Trade Pokemon cards. I don't know. Have Yu-Gi-Oh battles. Do something, because if you can't handle the ups and downs of the crypto market, you are never, ever, ever, and the rock means ever, gonna make it. This product has mooned and dipped multiple times over and over. Get over it. Stop crying about it and man up. And that's all I got to say about that. So guys, get your backpack, get in, because it goes up every time. It goes up every time. And then it goes up every time. Don't be stupid. And with that, we're going to wrap up BishuFi. Guys, this is a good play. Every single time it bounces back, and it is going to bounce back again. And I'm telling you, if you are in right now, this is probably rock bottom. You might see a little bit of a dip because, again, you have some paper-handed hoes sitting in this chat that are just crying about everything. And the dev team, by the way, they've got an announcement planned. They're working on things. I'm one of them. So things are happening that are going to move it back in the right direction, and you are going to miss out on a substantial move. And all you got to do that is sit through all of these guys that are crying at the top because they made the investment way up here. Okay? And I can't fix a broken investor, but I can tell you that broken investors, they're investors too. Special, but investors too. Moving on. All right, HokkFi, everything's under construction right now. We don't have a report for you other than to say that the launch is coming very shortly, and the migration was a tremendous success. 85% of the HokkFi tokens were migrated over. The remaining 15% they're going to give a plan B to. That's what we know so far, but there's going to be some movements happening very quickly. Do not fall for any scams in this transfer. Wait until you see the contract show up in the right place. Moving on. All right, Sanshu, the support line is broken just a little bit. I think if I extend this out, it maybe went just a little bit below it, but it's still within the channel. You're just on that downside now. But if you ever go back and you look what happens when you hit this downside, looks like there's a little move. Maybe you break a little support right here, and then it moons way up one more time. So what do you see happening when there's a mountain and there's a mountain, and each one of these has a little hill right next to it, and it goes down, and here's another mountain with a little hill right next to it, and your consolidation should come in right about here, which is a little bit higher than it was last time. I think we all know what this means. It means that you are about to do the same thing. The question is how long it's going to take, because this last run started on the 26th and it ended on the 29th. So you got about a 3-day run that's going to lead you up to a new all-time high. So don't get frustrated. Understand the market is the market. It's doing what it's doing. You're at 53.09, down 28% to the previous day. But guys, it wasn't that long ago. It was way, way worse. So stay faithful to your guys. Everything seems to be working out really good right now. Moving on. Floki Vikings, this is just another day in the Flokiverse. You're up 26% at 32,426. The diluted market cap is now up to 3.24 billion, which means that you just need 1.5 more percent, well, 2.5 more percent, and we're going to catch that other token that is doing the same thing. So, guys, if you're in here, get ready for a 2.5% increase because Floki is everywhere. And like Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. Moving on. All right, Saitama, you see this big 52A1 sell-off that happened last night? I got in at the bottom. Nice. Anyway, you guys are trading 91.71. That's about even with yesterday. Diluted market cap is sitting at $9.1 billion. I think your regular market cap is going to be about 4.1, 4.2 billion, which is a pretty good sign. I need to drop one more zero. They get this zero finally dropped off of here, and things are going to start to change dramatically. You're going to see listings where listings didn't exist before, and that's going to be a really cool thing, and it will lead to plenty more opportunities. But that zero has got to drop soon. Moving on. All right, Kishu trading at 45.91, down 21% to the previous day. All of the money is being sucked out of this market. No big deal. Here's what's going on. Everything is going back into the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other altcoins right now. It's just what we do. But look at this consolidation. This is what happens to you over and over again. You got the mountain, you got the little mountain next to it. You got the mountain, you got the little mountain next to it. You got the mountain, you got the little mountain next to it. And then what happens? You guys go up even more. So guys, get ready. You got 20,000 of my dollars in here. So let's make something happen. Moving on. All right, StarLink troopers. So yesterday and the day before, I told you were in a flag pattern that you needed to break on the upside of the support, but guess what? All of a sudden, if you look across here, all the support lines started to change. Now your support line's right here, which means that flag pattern just corrected itself a little bit, and it's pulling you out this way just a little bit. I'm slightly off, but I think you get it. You guys are still in that flag pattern, and it seems to be moving right along. You know, there's a few dips, there's a few sell-offs, but you're also popping above the lines of you're popping above. So everything, I think, is about to send itself. Obviously, we need another update. We need some good information. We need another part of the beta test to happen. When people start to see that, then things start to move in the right direction. So as soon as that happens, we'll be good to go. Moving on. Boss Token, what's going on, guys? Guess what you've got? You've got a much more supportive group of hodlers than you had 3 weeks ago, because the panic sellers, they got wrecked. And what happened? You guys consolidated and you moved everybody down here. All these people right here, this absolute cascade, they're gone. Now you've got a whole bunch of more hodlers and probably a better quality of investor. That's generally the way that this works. You got a shakeout. You got some more people in. Now you're going to find some more loyal hodlers. There's going to be another shakeout. When that shakeout happens, same thing's going to happen, and you're going to get better over time, and you still got the best product on the market. Still yet to be released, but you're trading at 34.16. That's up 4% to the previous day, which means things are going in the right direction. And you guys, if you remember, we were having conversations about this at the end of October, and you guys were trading at 12. I kept telling you to have faith. I kept telling you to have faith. If you got in at 12, guess what? You made 3x. You're welcome. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't have a rant for today except to say you might want to hold your Solana a little bit longer, even though there's going to be some correction, because you never know when Solana is going to take off. And it looks like Solana is probably so undervalued by about 4x right now that at any moment it could just go in a completely parabolic fashion, the likes of which you rarely get to see in that upper echelon of tokens. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but it means that when you start to put pen to paper and you start to do the math and you compare it to something like Ethereum, and it's not Ethereum, but if you compare it to something like Ethereum, then you will realize how truly undervalued it is based on the number of tokens, based on everything. A lot of Ethereum has been moved off the market recently, which means that people are holding it long term, which is going to drive the price up, because that means that the supply on the exchanges has been greatly reduced. And I believe there was a number that came out the other day that said that 85% of Ethereum is off of the exchanges right now. And that is an extraordinary number, and that will lead to a parabolic move by Ethereum. Now, obviously, if it's off of the market and it's in cold wallets that are not part of exchanges, then that means they'll put it back there. And as soon as they put it back there, then it's going to be a cascade of sell. So make sure that you're taking your profit on the way up. Never miss that opportunity because Ethereum needs your fees. But we're still 6 months out at least before we start to see any relief in the fees. So good luck on that. But Ethereum's going to make a move. Solana's going to make a move. Avalanche is going to make a move. Terra is going to make a move. VeChain is going to make a move. You're going to start to see some blockchains. There's even Pulse Chain, I think, that comes out pretty soon with the Hex protocol. I think that, or the Hex token. And I think that one's going to be a good one. So there's a lot of blockchains coming around. There's a lot of great things that are happening in the market. We've got about 4 months left on this bull run. So let's make the most of it. That's my time, guys. Have a good day.